This is the J10 doorbell from XTU, the white version. What? So this is a 3 megapixel battery powered doorbell camera. Now, I just want to say thanks to XTU for sending me this doorbell to test and review. They sent me also a 64 gig SD card. So thanks to XTU for that. Let's look at setting up some of this here. So what we do for the Chime is that we need to insert 3 AAA batteries. And that's how we do it there. So that's easy enough to set up. So that's now ready to go, and we will get into that when we're going to pair it with the camera itself. The camera itself is quite a nice little unit. It comes with a bracket that you mount to the wall, and this can move left and right, and it also comes with a little sticky pad so you can line it up as well. But this moves, you can mount it on, so it will mount on like so. Damn! And then you can screw it in place once you're ready, and you can tilt it wherever you want it. So if it's face on, it would be straight like so, and if you want to move it more to the left or to the right, you can do that, and that's how it's secured. And then when you want to remove it to charge it, you just unscrew this screw here at the bottom, take it off, and you go and recharge it. And this is the little device, the little screw driver that they give you with a bit of an Allen key kind of shaped star head on it. So that's what they supply. You've got a charging cable, and what I'm going to do is put the SD card into the slot, click it in place, and you can put the silicone flap over that, so that's waterproof. And then we've got the charging port. So this is a DC 5 volt. Charging the camera is easy. You take the USB-C, you plug it into there, and then you can see a red LED light. So when charging the camera, the solid red is when the battery's charging, and then that will change to a solid blue when it's fully charged. Nice. The camera is, I just want to go through some of the stuff. So you've got your camera over here, you've got your PIR sensor over here, then there's a microphone just over there, and then you've got the doorbell button, which has got a little bit of a bevel on it, so you can press there. Then there's an LED indicator around the button, so that's quite nice. You've got the speaker on the back, so that's there, and then you've also got the security screw which goes in over here, and then you've got your charging indicators, your SD card holder, and everything over there. So that's all available to you with the camera. I've charged the battery doorbell, and the light went from red to blue, so that's fully charged. And then we've got the manual here with a QR code, so we'll just scan that, and then it will take us through to install the app that's required for this to set everything up. So it's called MoreCam. You click on install, and then that will take us to the app to download, and then we can get working on setting this camera up. So it's done. Click open. So now you have to register an account if you don't have one, so I'm going to do that now, and then we'll continue. So I registered with my email, and then it takes you through into here once you've logged in, and it clicks allow to give support for that. So what we're going to do is scan a code. We'll say use the app, so that's going to trigger the camera. So that's the camera scanning for a code. There's the code on the back. We'll put that there. So that's now picked it up pretty quick. Smart video doorbell, so that's popped up there. So that's it's there. Enter configuration. So you press and hold this button down, and then you can hear the doorbell chime. So now that's the doorbell starting up. So that's what that is there. Press the doorbell button, click next. So it says reset the device, and then now what it will do is it will start scanning for networks in the area, and it only uses 2.4 gigahertz. So remember that when setting up these doorbells. So now it's connecting, and we just got to wait for the camera to initialize with the app and everything, and then we can carry on. Yeah, boy. The camera is now connected, and we can see it's over here, so you can rename it if you want. So we can do that, or you can use the number. So we'll just put in doorbell, we'll continue, done. So now it talks about how to set it up and where to place it, and putting the camera in the correct position and all those kind of things. So now it is going to connect to the camera. So this light's now turned blue, and there I am, and we can hear the sound coming through here as well. Over there's my hand, wave my hand back and forwards. So that's connected, the signal's nice and strong, and now we're going into the dashboard and how to use it. So it gives you a few walkthroughs on what you can do with the camera, And this is the dashboard now. There's a few permissions at the top here which it's asking for, so we can click on fix, and what you need to do is make sure that it allows it running in the background, and then you also want notifications, so you want those on, and then that will give you the permissions for the app to run correctly. So this is the dashboard. At the bottom we've got home, we've got messages, so this would be your incoming messages or anything from the company itself, XTU, updating things. You've got explore, so you can see some of their products, and then this is your account over here when you sign up, so you can see that's mine over there. So going back here, we've got the dashboard, we've got the preview window, and then this button here, this little icon here, is the settings. We can go into that, and these are all the settings for the camera, quite a lot. Wi-Fi 100% signal, electricity quality is high. It's also got a firmware update section, which is nice, so we can do that. So they do keep all their software and their firmware, everything up to date, which is good for security. So this is now doing a firmware update, so we'll just let that run and do its thing. So the firmware is now complete. So let's go back to the menu and walk through everything here. So we want receive alert notifications. That's for your notifications on your phone. You've got motion detection. So yes, we want to turn this on. And this is the sensitivity of the motion that you want to detect. You've also got humanoid detection day and night. You've got power saving mode as well, and custom recording times. You've also got an alert plan, so you can set up alert plans for different times, and then the humanoid area, which is also quite cool. So basically this is what it sees, and if this was outside, then you would just drag your zones that you want. So let's just say you want this zone over here to be an area that if someone walks in that area, then that will trigger the doorbell motion sensing. So you can save that, and you can add multiple areas. So if we go back, we've got the image settings, so that's automatically switched to day night mode, so that will go between color and black and white. Day mode is stream only in color, and night mode is stream in black and white, so that's there. Then you can also share the device if you have anyone who's got an account with this app as well. You can share it. You've got your installation guide, which we went through, your location management, which we set up, your time settings, so that's either a 24-hour clock or a 12-hour, so we've got that. You've got sound, so you can change the volume of the speaker and the sound coming out of here, so when you're talking to whoever's on the other side. Video encryption, if you want to encrypt your videos, you can do that. Then your chime settings, so now that's this little thing over here, so we need to connect this to the camera, so we'll do that soon. You earlier in the video, it takes 3 AAA batteries, so those are in there. And then what we need to do is press the settings button, and this will put the chime in a pairing mode for the camera, which will last about 20 seconds and for flash red. So that's the settings button. So it's just a quick press, not a long press. So there we go, that's on there. And then we need to go to the camera, and you press this button here, the main one. There we go. Quite loud. So there, that's blue now, so it's now paired. And then you've got a few settings here. So on here you can do the pairing, which we just did now, and if you hold it down for 5 seconds you can restore it to factory reset, so that's this button here. And then you've got 4 volume controls. So you've got your level 1, which is 110 dB, then level 2 is 100, level 3 is 90, and then level 4 is 80. So that's just the loudest, that's quite loud. And then you've got ringtone selection, and there's 4 different tones. So there we go. So that's now paired and very loud. And then I will set it up with the bracket that you can rotate it with, and then we'll see what it all looks like. And then we will go to voice message, so you can allow this to use voice messages, so you can record your own voice.
Oh my god! Wow!
Now this is a cool feature because most cameras only have a preset voice that's on there, or they don't have anything. So this one you can record your own voice, so that's quite nice. Then we've got battery management, so this will show you the battery usage and what is being used up. So every time it wakes up from motion, it will record that. Preview time, number of detection, number of alarms, so that's all recorded, and it shows you where the power is being used. And then we have recording management, so this is now the SD card that they kindly supplied, which is over here. So we want to format that so it's ready to do all the recording and everything that's required for the camera to work properly, which is nice. You don't have to have a subscription and it's stored locally and you can access it from the app. You can take it out of the camera and put it in a card reader. So that's really nice about this camera as well. You don't need to get subscriptions. You can just set it up as it is, like it is here, and it will work, and you've got full access to everything as if you did have a subscription. So that's really cool. I do like that. We then move on to the cloud storage service, which I spoke about now. So you can take out some subscriptions there. And then you've also got contact us and then check for new versions, which we did, restart and delete the device. So that's all there. I'm going to be mounting the doorbell over here on the wall. You can see I've drilled 2 holes there, and that is the 120 centimeters or 4 feet off the ground. So that would be at the bottom of here, and you can see there's a marking there, but I had to move it up because otherwise I would have had to drill into the concrete, into the cement between the bricks. So I've just moved it up a bit higher, but they say it should be 120 or 4 feet off the ground. So the bracket is now fixed, as you can see, and then the battery doorbell just slides into place at the bottom and it clips onto the top like so. So it goes in and in like that, and then it's on, and then you just need to tighten the screw underneath with the tool provided, and then that's it. So that's straight on, or you can tilt it at the angles of 25 to 45 degrees. So that's 45 degrees. You can see the blue lights on, so it's picking me up, and then you can go 45 degrees that way. So once you've decided where you want it, you just tighten the screw underneath, and then we're good to go. There's the doorbell, and we can see the infrared and the blue light up when it detected me. So there we go, you can see that's on, the blue light is on, the infrared is picking me up, and that's the 3rd trigger it's got. And we'll see how far, once it records, how far away the angle is for detection. So I'm at the side here and it's still picking me up, which is quite good. So it's got quite a wide angle range. I just want to test the height of what picks up, because I'm standing roughly, that is there, that's 1 meter away from the camera, and I'm 6'2", so if it picks up the top of my head and that's quite good, being that close.
And I'm 2 meters away, so if someone would come up to the doorbell, ring the doorbell, and then put a package down, you wouldn't see the package, and you can see I'm roughly 1.5 meters off from the camera, and then yeah, move down, just 5 meters away. It's quite hard to push it more down slightly if you can when mounting it. But yeah, the image quality looks quite good. I'm doing a sound test from 2 meters away. That's 2 meters.
So what are my final thoughts of this J10 video doorbell? It works. I like it. It does what it needs to do. It's at a good price point compared to some of the other cameras that are available. I like the local storage with the SD card, where some cameras don't have that and they cost a lot more. The picture quality is good, the video quality is good, the sound is okay, but when someone's up close it works fine. The detection's really good. I like how the wide angle 166 is very good, and it does pick up from left to right movement quite well, where some of the other doorbells I've tested doesn't really do that. Battery life's good. The only thing which I would like them to do is give you more of a tilt like that, so you can aim a bit more down if you want to, because as you saw in the video you didn't really see much below the waist when I was quite close to the camera. But other than that, I liked it. Notifications are working, everything, yeah, I enjoyed that. I just want to say thanks to XTU again for sending me this to review, and if you guys want to look at purchasing one, the links are down in the description, and I hope to see you for my next video, and don't forget to do that. Cheers.